And welcome back to some more Baldur's Gate with yours truly. Now, we had just completed our Battle with Miracle, and between streams, I've gone through and reconfigured our gear a little bit, so I thought
I'll catch a break.
cue you all in on what we're doing. So, I decided to kind of build around Shadow's darkness ability here, because she is able to cast this for free pretty much whenever she wants to, and it is a concentration spell. So what this does is it blinds. Wow, there are people screaming outside. Hope that doesn't get through. It will blind obviously everybody inside of it, but it also creates a heavy obscurement, which I know we have a... I'm gonna close the window because there are children screaming. Ah! Maybe they'll calm down soon. Hey Tofu, welcome in. Let's Mac go. What? Right, so Char's darkness creates obscuration. Yes, hard to see. So for Shadow, then, that means that as long as we have darkness up, we get covert critical from the helmet. So we reduce the roll needed to crit. And whenever... okay, this is just here because Shadow is the most likely to get hit. Of course, while obscured, we have advantage on stealth. That doesn't really matter. And of course, this gives us advantage on constitution saving checks, which gives concentration. Which means concentration checks have advantage, meaning we have a better chance of keeping the darkness up. Just plus damage. And of course, whenever we cast the darkness, which we will do quite often, we will get momentum. And while we're concentrating, which will be pretty much all the time, we cannot be knocked prone or moved against our will. That would have been useful again when fighting Miracle. So this is a new addition here. Hey Jellyfriend, Sniping Net first. Welcome in, how you doing? So yeah, this is gonna work really well because that means we cannot be forced to lose concentration by being knocked over. We have the shield thing that we had previously, advantage on wisdom checks. And I moved this ring from Astarion, so while concentrating we do additional damage, which, I mean, we had a setup for Astarion for that, but if Astarion lost concentration, then we didn't have a really good way of regaining it, and it was a setup step that we had to remember to do every morning, which was a little bit of a chore. So I think this works well here with Shadows. So she gets 1d4 from here. She gets 1d4 when hit, and also reflects 1d4 if we're using Shield of Faith, and of course 1d4 extra damage from here. And we also have the option here to get Arcane Synergy for 2 turns if we use a cantrip. So we need to remember to use Sacred Flame, which means that we get our Wisdom modifier on our damage rolls, which is +4. So that is quite a lot. So we want to remember to do Sacred Flame ever so often, and or possibly even Blade Ward. Like we need to find some more useful cantrips for Shadow, And I kind of want to respec her spells now that she is very much a lady of the shadow. But yeah, that's kind of our deal. We want to make sure we either have Char's Aegis or Darkness up at all times to get the maximum bonus. They are cantrips, not canotrips. What? Nani? What are you tripping? Are you tripping, Jellyfriend? Because that would mean that you can trip. Oh my god, that was so bad. Just editor, erase the tapes. And anyway, so
What now?
let's go to Astarion then, who lost some of their privileges. I made your bad work joke either better or worse. Yes. What do you mean preemptive struggle bus ticket? We're at camp. I mean, that is fair. I am struggling with a joke, so fair enough. So, Astarion has gotten a backup weapon here, which should be there. So he has the option of getting bludgeoning damage, should he want to. And this will just swap out the main hand, right? And then we can swap back. It is less damage, but it is a different damage type. Of course, we're gonna have Astarion also be in Shadow's Darkness. That means covert critical here as well. Now we're actually gonna get value out of this thing that we have not had value of forever. But to make Astarion actually hit in there, we moved the blind immunity from Carla to Astarion. So we'll have Astarion and Shadow moving as a team in the darkness, and they're just gonna obliterate everything inside of there, right? Likewise, Astarion gets one more AC while obscured, so when in the shadow. And yep, that one we had previously. We're going to be getting Wrath, because we're probably going to be using Dash quite a lot, like we have been doing. Plus 1d4 damage. That was new. And still advanced. This is the best leather armor we have, unfortunately. There's nothing that gives like a nice bonus to something useful. And just armor class saving throw. So basically the big change here is Astarion does no longer get blinded and will be getting their bonuses in Shadowheart's Darkness. As for Carla, hold on. Fun fact, I can dual wield staffs as a wizard if you take a feat. What? Why? I mean, seems something staff discount? I can't talk today. That's a jelly poster, Gladys roasting. What? Are you drunk, Tofu? So, Carla. We have changed to Cap of Wrath because I realized the hat that she had wasn't really giving her anything. And we have had quite a few situations where Carla has been low on health. So we might actually get value of this to gain Wrath at the start of each turn to just boost her damage output. And this glove, I'm not sure how this is gonna work with the darkness, but in theory, when we enter darkness, that means we should automatically get lesser restoration and be cured of the blindness. I'm not sure if the blindness is gonna immediately reapply. It might, at which point this is not the best gloves we could have. And if that happens, then we'll switch back to these Dex gloves. But I realize that Dex isn't doing a lot for Carla except for the ranged attacks, which, you know, we don't do super often. And of course, we still have these boots because we don't really have that much better. Carla has Misty Step as previously. And this here, I couldn't find a better ring, really. We deal additional 2 points of damage against creatures that are illuminated. And we can do that by swapping to the Lathander Mace, which is a light and that illuminates targets. So this and the Mace is a little bit of a combo, even though the Mace does less damage overall. And of course we just get the extra 2 damage from the Maleficent Excretion that Astarion had previously. And we're kind of giving up on the noxious fumes thing. And of course Emily is pretty much unchanged here. I went back to having the option for self-immolation. And we weren't using the abilities on that ring. Whatever. So we took Arcana and Religion here. Boost cantrips as usual. Okay, same gloves, same boots. New robe. So this gives us damage reflection, 1d4 radiant, whenever we save against a spell, I think it is. It's not even a spell, but we also get a free mage armor, so we don't use a spell slot for that. And this, maybe if we sometime find a target that we can actually cloud kill, then this is gonna just heal us, which might combo well with, you know, the whole self-immolation thing. And of course the same hats. We have some swaps, especially for the spell restoration. We have the magic missile buff and invisibility blur and the burn everything gloves. Speaking of which, these gloves should be there. So yeah, that's pretty much what I went through and kind of faffed about yesterday. And I think it's the best we got. So let's do the... Have we done a rest? Yes. So let's get the mage armor for Emily.
Let's get on with it.
Shadow Heart. So this says long rest, and I'm not sure if that's true, because I seem to recall us recasting this. But if that's turns out to be wrong, then we can always Shield of Faith or Darkness. Let's just not do anything with that.
Let's get going.
Speaking of animals, oh, we're good. Let's go. So I believe we are done in Moonrise Towers, right? We can just skedaddle and get to Baldur's Gates.
On my way.
Alton, what are you doing here, buddy?
I want to have a word.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
So when will this curse actually be lifted?
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry, all is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready.
He seems genuinely happy. Alright, let's go. But let's go, I mean, without you. Because you're not in my party. Hey, what is Volprin doing here? What, a Baldur's Gate game where you actually go to Baldur's Gate, it can't be right. I know.
You helped me escape this hellspit. Then took down the heart of Moonrise, Ketheric himself. Oh, I'm impressed.
We all know this word.
And I'm not a man easily impressed.
That's hardly a challenge. Have you forgotten a bit where you left me behind?
It was out of pure necessity. I imagine you'd have done the same if our roles were reversed.
Would they though?
Back in my cell, I didn't tell you everything about who I was, and more importantly, who I represent. I am Wolbrin Bongle, leader of the Iron Hand Gnomes. No doubt you've heard of us.
No, I mean, you kind of bungled your introduction there. God, that was so bad. That was so bad. You know, chat, sometimes I'm on fire. And today... Go on, I'm sure you're dying to tell me about Iron Hand Gnomes.
We are inventors of the highest order, matched, perhaps, but never surpassed by the Gondians at the High House of Wonders. But our forebears were foolish, complicit with Saravok's madness over a century past. And so, we were banished. We still are to this day.
Saravok the Ballspawn?
The very one. It's the only mistake the Iron Hand Gnomes ever made. And it cost us everything.
That's the one.
I have fought tooth and nail to restore our reputation. Particularly against the Gondian detractors who live in glass houses.
I filled appeals, pleaded with the High Artificer himself. They've refused us time and again. Now, however, I will make them listen.
Oh, jeez. So, the chaotic evil in me wants to say, good luck with that, or sorry that happened. But then the greedy part of me is like, do you have a reward to offer? Money, loot, some of that good iron gnome stuff. So let's go with the greed option. We can always turn it down later.
Plenty. Find me in the city and help us save Baldur's Gate from itself.
I'm not sure about saving the gate, but is there anybody else lurking around here that we need to talk to, or are we? I mean, are we free to go here, or is there somebody else I need to find and talk to? Oh, right. One thing I remember, chat, is in camp we had 2 of the brain jars from the start of the game. And I'm not sure if we should try to go down to the brain thing at the bottom and just slot those in and see what they have to say, because I don't think we had that opportunity at the start of the game. But now I'm not sure how we're gonna get down there again, if we even have that option. We'd have to jump down from the top of the tower, right? Chad, I need your opinion. I need a yay or a nay on slotting the old brains. I mean, potentially they could give us 2 more brain cells, which would be, I mean, a 100% improvement of me today. How would we even get back up there? More side quest is more loot. You are not wrong about that. I think we're plenty of those keys. Sleeping? Oh, that's a kitty. Yeah. Can we give the kitty the barrel of things? Is this thing still even open? Also, we forgot to loot the bedroom of Catherick when we loaded last time. Let's actually do that before we ponder jumping down the pit. Which was behind this wall somewhere. Because I think there was some ring or something here, right? Wait, hold on. This is not. This where it was? I haven't been here. Also, the music is very chill. I like it. I'm having, despite the low brain cell situation, I'm actually feeling quite chill today, and I'm liking that. Hey, Kermi, how you doing? So, because we swapped from this robe, we no longer have advantage on... oh, we lose the mage armor if we swap. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Come on, open up.
I was gonna say, we don't have Cat's Grace anymore, so we don't have advantage on the lockpick rolls, but we can always swap. Which was my plan until that makes us lose mage armor.
A letter from Kethric's wife. Sounds like she loved him very much.
Okay. Absorb elemental damage once per rest. Take half damage from the next elemental attack targeting you and deal an additional 1d6 of that element type on your next attack. I guess, I mean, is it better than what Emily has? Probably, but Carla has no thing, so let's just give it to her. Hello? Oh, I didn't want that in there. Why would you... What did I mess up? It's fine. Don't worry about it.
That might be worth a look.
No. Open the loose planks. Elder Brain Domination. Did we not read this last time? Young Garter's plan to enslave an illithid elder brain and make it our marionette under control of the Crone of Karsus has proceeded almost without flaw. This makes so much more sense now after we saw the cutscene. Barring the slight delay while our Balist allies sorted out their leadership conflict. The weak point must surely be the sharing of the nether stones. We have one of those now. It was necessary to secure my engagement and that of the murder cult, but eventually it's certain to fracture our fragile alliance. Their alliance is fragile, chat, you hear that? Clearly, all 3 nether stones must be controlled by a single leader. Okay. Okay, so... this is Ketheric dictating, so Ketheric planned to obtain all 3 stones. That went well. But all have to make the essential contribution first. Gortash fears that, energized by dark energies of the crown, the brainwave, now called the Absolute, okay, will eventually metamorphose into something new and more difficult to control. He's right, the need to invest the power of the nether stones in a single wielder is urgent. So this is the hint then. We need to get all the 3 stones. Because... You know it, chat. We're taking control of the brain. To liberate it. To free it. Obviously. We would never oppress a brain friend. Brain friend is friend. These stained glass windows are kind of pretty. Man, Chad, I want stained glass windows at home. And a potion. A nondescript potion. You know what? I'm just gonna leave that there. Okay, Gorgeous was researching the Gith artifact. Critical to be recovered. Okay. Yeah, we knew they were looking for it, but not the details. So we should get our actual fighting gear back, and so we lost our mage armor for this long rest because I willy-nilly swapped that thing. Go home, Twitch, you're drunk. You'll reach a 10-stream watch streak. I mean, maybe you have. You haven't missed 10 streams. That is fair. That is fair. You have been as reliable as a clock. Okay, so did I hold on? Can we go to camp? We can. Okay, so let's pick up the bonus brain. I wish I had a bonus brain. Wait, we don't actually even need to. Oh, hi there, Gale. There were some. Then look, chat. There was a situation. Yep. So hold on. Dark Mind. Actually, let's put these away in that thing. These are the old brains we picked up on the crashed Nautilus ship without being able to use. So let's grab those, and we will see what they give us. Maybe Twitch can only count to 10. That is true. That is true. I mean, based on what I've seen from how the API behaves, I wouldn't be surprised. Can we jump down here again? Oh. There's no interaction. Hold on.
Can't give up now.
Maybe we only need to send Emily down.